Alright guys, thanks for tuning in for another instalment of Carp Fishing Diaries. We're at Ladywood Lakes today in South Yorkshire. First time on this lake, new venue for me. I have fished the small lake a couple of times, brilliant runs water. But I think the plan is to focus on this water now for the next 12-48 months and see what happens. Quest for a 30 or even a 40 because they're in here, they're here to be had. I'm set up in peg 14 today, which I don't know if it's a good thing or a bad thing. I've got a nice breeze blowing through the swim at the minute. It's really deep, it's about 30 foot deep in front of me. Lots of ups and downs, but from what I can see it's high pressure, the sun's just come out. It's not that warm, but there is signs that they're up in the layers. So far I've just got the middle rod out on an adjustable zig, and I'm going to work that up and down, and I'm feeding a couple of spots in the margin. I say the margin, it's still 12-13 foot, kind of a sheer drop off. So I'm going to have one on my right at the bottom of the slope, and then one on the left is a little bit of a shelf at about 9-10 foot. So I'm going to drop one on there. Just fed it a little bit now. I'm going to introduce a bit more bait over the next couple of hours, and then I'm going to put the rigs on. Alright everyone, a little evening update. Starting to see a few signs in the margins now. Bit of the oil slick coming up from hopefully what is feeding fish. I've been doing a bit of work with the zig, just moving it through the water column. I've gone another 12 foot out in towards the middle of the water. Definitely seems like the fish are holding up in the middle of the lake at the minute in open water, but it's 30 foot of water out there. I'm just fishing now about 5-6 foot below the surface. So yeah, hopefully that one can trip up a curious carp. Plan is to kind of stick at it now for the next 24 hours and then see. The weather's due to change, different wind direction, a little bit cooler, definitely cooler through the night, so we'll see how the fish react. You know, as I said, it's my first time on this venue, so a new venue. Everything that happens I'll be making a note of. And yeah, hopefully it's all information that I can put in my armoury for next time and keep coming back, keep figuring the lake out and how the fish behave in different situations. So yes, I mean, it's peaceful. You know, the pegs are well spaced. You get plenty of water. Swans are just been swimming through the lines, but I suppose you get that anywhere. You just got to kind of deal with them really. And yeah, I'm going to put the kettle on now, have a brew, and have a little bit of a tidy up. Been a messy angler this morning, so I'll have a tidy up, put my feet up, and just hope that one of them rods screams off. But if it does, I'll let you know. So I'm about halfway through the second day now. Just doing a little catch up because I've made a few tweaks and a few changes. So first off, I've brought in both my margin rods just a couple of foot closer to the bank. The reason I've done that is because I sent the boat out having a scan around with the sonar, and for the first time I started to get a few pings and a few fish icons up on the screen. Quite a bit of difference in depth, so I've gone from being in 12 foot of water up to about 8 foot of water. So again, still really deep as margins go. And since I've done that, I've started to actually get a few bleeps now, getting a few liners on them rods. The other change I made was the zig. So I've brought the zig in, swapped that over to a solid bag. And again, The reason I've done that was I just wasn't getting any interest on the zigs. I have actually worked it quite hard. I've been casting around, I've been working it up and down the column, and it's just not producing anything. So I've gone to a tactic that does save me blanks. It has done a number of times in the past, and you'll know if you've seen any of the previous videos. So I've swapped that over to a solid bag, and again I've sent the solid bag out on the board. Not because it's out of casting range, but because I wanted to have a good look on the screen what the bottom was like, because it's like a ski slope. It goes down and you have to find a bit of a ledge to obviously present the bait. And again, there was a few fish icons pinging up on the screen. So I've dropped that. It's only about 3 or 4 rod lengths out, straight in front of me. And again, there was fish showing up on the screen. And yeah, since I've made that change, that rod's also been getting a few liners and a few beeps. So yeah, I don't know what the rest of the day will bring, or the night. Learning all the time about the lake. I've sent the drone up a couple of times to get a good look around. It's like I said, I will be focusing on this water for a bit of time anyway. And every little thing, I'll be jotting down, I'll be making note of it, and I'll be using it in the future sessions. Sun's just breaking through a bit now. Not that it makes much of a difference, because it's just flat calm, and after speaking to a few anglers and speaking to Gus, it does need a bit of wind to turn the fish on it, and it's just not even been a slight breeze since I've been here. But we'll keep trying. Well, good morning everyone. It's the last morning now, Sunday morning, about 7 o'clock. Yeah, again, not much going on. Still no fish on the bank. Looks like we are stirring a blank in the face, but kind of expected it. I'm taking quite a bit away from the trip. The weather definitely kind of dictates how the fishing's going to be here. For the first 2 days it's just been flat calm, sun popping out now and again, so the fish don't know, if it's going to be hot, it's going to be cold, and obviously being such a big deep lake, yeah, it's just been difficult to kind of crack in a first 48-hour session. But this, it'd be a slow pat down. We've got a couple of hours. There's a slight breeze coming in now, which is the most it's been all weekend. So yeah, there's not much else to say really. I'll kind of the way I've approached this is coming in, speaking to anglers who've been before, so obviously speaking to Gus, the lake manager, and just figuring out the swim. Obviously it's going to take a while to study the full lake, but I've just done 48 hours in Peg 14. They call it the pub bank, and yeah, it's just about figuring the place out really. We're in obviously mid-October now, and I've spoke to a few people, I've done my own research as well. I knew it was going to be tough. October's always a difficult time of year, the changing seasons, the drop in temperature, but it actually does have quite good winter form. I think once it gets a steady temperature and the weather's steady, and the fish get comfortable and turn on and start feeding. If it's hot and stays hot, they'll be up in the water, you can catch them on zigs off the surface. But if it's cold and stays cold, there's loads of deep water where the fish will huddle up, and again they still like to feed throughout the winter months. It's just now with it going from warm to cold literally within a 24-hour period, they're not seem very interested. So I'm just watching the water now, because it's, like I said, the wind's picking up slightly, first time right at the depth of the session, and it's just started raining as well.
where it's been quite warm and sunny on the Friday and Saturday. So yeah, like I said, I'll do a slow pack down. We'll get everything back in the car. It's really good here because you can park the car right next to the swim, so I'm not bothering all the way around the lake, which is good. So we'll do a slow pack down. We'll get everything in the car. I've just seen a fish show in the middle of the lake. It's a good sign. Shame it's only a couple of hours to go before we've got to be off the lake. So yeah, obviously if anything happens, we'll let you know. But if not, I'm going to get packed up, drive home, and get warm. Alright, thanks for watching guys. See you later. Right guys, so car is packed. I'm literally just sat under the boot at the minute. Just rods and net left to pack away. Everything else nice and tidy. Leaving nothing behind. But no, I'm hanging on till the death. I don't know if you can see the water. There's the slightest breeze coming in, that's giving me the little glimmer of hope as it comes across into this bay, but yeah, I don't think anything's going to happen. So I'll give it another couple of minutes, bring the rods in, chuck them in the car and then head home. Go and get warm. So yeah, hope you've enjoyed the video. Sorry there's not been any fish on the bank, but like I said, keep coming back. There will be more videos of the campaign on Ladywood lakes, and hopefully in the not too distant future we get some nice big chunks. There's some absolutely cracking fish in here, loads of scaly mirrors. I think there's 40 30s, and so far there's 4 commons that are smashing the £40 mark, so I'm going to put the time and effort in, and hopefully one of the sessions will pay off and we get one of the big ones on the bank. Alright guys, see you soon.